Baby, go and get your chapstick. Get you a little sweet tea or some green juice today. We're going to talk about pop culture and society. Alright, so like I said, let's slide our way down these pop culture streets real quick. So the first up is Suki. And if you don't know who Suki is, she's more of a local rapper, like by way of Florida, and media personality. And if you know, you know. So recently she was working on two platforms. One in which she was harassed by a co-host on that platform, and the other one, she was assaulted by somebody who shouldn't even been near the panel table. And the amount of people that took to the internet to slut shame her and say she brings this attention or she draws this kind of attacks to her is really crazy. Like, y'all are insane for that, because a lot of Suki's brand represents sexual liberation. And let's unpack that for a moment. No one owns her, so she has a choice whether she wants to give consent or not. And that consent should be, followed, or, that this invite should be followed. Like, if she's not interested, she's not interested. And like, for the male listeners, I mean, this is for everybody, but for the male listeners specifically, y'all don't take rejection being your redirection seriously enough for me, because that should be something you should use in your personal life as well. The next time a woman rejects you, I want you to try this. Letting her walk away and live. Yes, I actually have to say that. Letting her walk away and live unscathed, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Letting her carry on about her day. And see, don't you get redirected to the person that is meant for you, the person that you need in your life, right? Because the reason you're getting dragged down the street by your 3 chin hairs and disconnected beard is because y'all are stalking, harassing, and trying to capture the women. That don't want you at that. That's insane by itself. But anyways, the one who is for you, you won't have to do that with. I promise. Now, let's move on to Miss Ice Spice. Alright, let's get into it. Whether you love the music, hate the music, Miss Ice Spice is having an all-star rookie year for female hip-hop. Quite frankly, she's getting into rooms most of us say she shouldn't be in. And that's crazy, because her recipe seems to be working. She's got the sauce, if I do say so myself. She's got a great producer. She comes up with a cute chorus. She gives us 3 or 4 bars. It's kind of catchy and it's club worthy. And she's got a hit. Now, of course, I'm a fan of hip hop too and music. And yes, she is not being held to the same lyrical standard, because as you can see at concerts, they know the hit part of the song or the TikTok part of the song, but they don't know the song. And while she may not be held to the same lyrical standards as some, I think we're just witnessing a change in the industry, a change in what they require, and we're witnessing it. So imagine what they're going through, working through it. But she's literally right. She's how can I lose if I'm already chose? She's looking very much chose in these streets. She's literally been crowned the people's princess, Princess Diana of hip hop. That's a cold title actually, but whatever. I hope she builds on this. I hope to see her career expand and flourish, because she seems kind of humble too. I know she said the whole thing about she doesn't see how colorism plays a role, but maybe she doesn't. I don't think colorism's as much as a play in hers as she just happens to have the right sauce for TikTok. I think that has more to do with she has the right sound and she's been able to master that market, whereas some others may not have been able to do that. It is hard to come up with stuff that's great for a specific app, for a specific 30-second spot or time frame, and she seems to got the sauce. So I'm actually excited to see where she goes from here. She's making some power moves very early on in her career, and most of all, she seems hungry, and that's exciting to watch in hip-hop especially. Anyways, as y'all can see, I had got a little excited there. I absolutely adore female hip-hop. And it's so great I get to watch it blossom to what it is. I know a lot of y'all think it's just Twitter beefs, but some of these women are pushing pins a lot better than a lot of the men out here. But that's the story for another day. That's a podcast episode for another day. Anyways, let's talk about the Welded Beats pill that was dropped into the ocean with the PlayStation controller to see the cemetery that is Jack and the Necklace. Now, I know y'all said don't laugh at the people, and it could be your family, but I just want to take a moment real quick. I literally laugh all the time. If you're my friend, you have 2 hours with me 1 hour to ugly cry, another to vent and get you back into the ugly cry, and after that I'm finna make a jokey joke. Because be for real, you could not be my family. This couldn't be my family. We have real world issues to contend with. Some of us do not have time to pretend like the recklessness of others is surprising anymore, because it's absolutely not. They thought money, shortcuts, and privilege granted you access, and it granted you the afterlife. So keep your head up and play where it's safe. The bottom of the ocean is unexplored for a reason. It's clearly not safe, And just to be clear, the ship with the migrants off the coast of Greece, that's absolutely sad. The lack of coverage is sad. It's more so disappointing than sad, because it's something we've become to expect. You don't cover things that, matter to any people of color. But we're not going to go there. We're going to talk about the fake performative social media hero behavior. Because what does that do exactly? What is that doing for us? While many of you are out there arguing over what we should have done or what we should have focused on, yes, let's focus on Florida. Yeah, enough said there, right? Or, fun fact, Texas governor just approved a bill eliminating water breaks for construction workers. If you want something to fight for, fight about that. I've lived here for 4 summers now. In the past 2 summers, it's been over 100 degrees. Actually, last summer it was over 100 degrees for 60 days or something like that. It might have been 51. But this year so far, it's already up to over 100 degrees for 2.5 weeks or something like that. This is what keeps me grounded when thinking about pop culture. It's I get it. We all want to help out. We want to do our part. We want to help our family, our friends, our community, our neighbors. I get it. But you've got to help yourself first. And you have to pour into your own cup before you fill your neighbors, and so on and so forth. Now, if I haven't ran you off and you've made it to this part of the episode, let's talk about helping communities. I know that all of us deep down inside have some sort of form of giving back that we like to express through whatever industry we work in. So for those of you out there still listening, jump down in the comment section below or hit my Instagram or something like that with what your give back is, what it is that you would like to give back to the community, or that is what you can, whatever service that is through your career or whatever it is, whatever your aspiration is to give back to the community. Tell us in the comments below. Let's share. And of course, if you don't know where you've been, this has been Gregory the Podcast. I'm your host, Gregory, and that's been my something to say. Thanks.